It's in the game.
Hey, what's up guys? It's Mondo, the gamer on a budget, back with another Madden 17 video. Today I'll be taking a look at the new 99 overall Defensive Spotlight Master. Of course we're talking about none other than Jalen Ramsey, cornerback of the Jacksonville Jags. I'm going to keep this video short and sweet. We're only going to be covering 3 things today. 1, we're going to get this new Jalen Ramsey card. 2, I'm going to show you a bonus 99 overall Spotlight player I pulled from a free gold defensive Spotlight pack. And 3, I'm going to compare this new Jalen Ramsey card to some other top cornerbacks from my lineup with their chemistries maxed, of course. So let's not waste any time and jump right into it. So when I logged in, I got this screen letting me know that the new defensive Spotlight challenges are out and that we can finally get the much anticipated Master Reward player 99 overall Jalen Ramsey. I'm not sure if you're going to get the same screens as I did, but if we jump straight over to the solo challenges, you will see that it only takes 5 challenges this week to get this card. Also, pay particular interest to the 3rd challenge in this series because that's where I drew the bonus 99 overall defensive Spotlight player just from farming it. We'll come back to that right after we get this Jalen Ramsey card. So after you complete the 5th and final solo challenge, assuming that you completed weeks 5 through 8, you're going to get yourself this brand new shimmering 99 overall Jalen Ramsey, cornerback of the Jacksonville Jags, with tip drill, pick specialist, and big hitter chemistries. Man, that is some nice looking card art. But let's see what's on the back of the card. Man, this card looks really good. 6'1", 98 speed with 99 acceleration. So you shouldn't have to worry about this card getting burned deep. 98 agility, 97 man, 98 zone, 97 press, 97 play rec, and 84 catch. Definitely a nice card. So we'll chem him up and compare him to some other cornerbacks. I'll show you the hit power and some other stats we can't see here. But first I thought you might like to see what I got out of one of these gold defensive Spotlight packs on one of my farm accounts. Now this is definitely one solo I recommend farming to increase your odds. If you watch my last video on farming, you know why I do it. And I've been stacking up these gold Spotlight players over the weeks in the process. But this week, Old McDonald decided to smile on one of my farms, and lo and behold, I got this 99 overall DJ Reader pull out of a free gold defensive Spotlight pack. E-I-E-I-O, that's all I can say, I'll take it. 99 overall DJ Reader, defensive tackle of the Houston Texans, makes a decent combo with Darnell Dockett having the same chemistries. But let's take a look at the auction block and see what it's going for in case we do decide to sell it. Nice, it's going for 250,000 coins. So that's a smooth 225,000 coin profit if I do decide to sell it. And this is the trophy that came with it. Got it sitting on my mantle right now. The logo just kind of sits there and hovers. It's pretty awesome. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get Ramsey all chemmed up and compare him with some other cornerbacks from my lineup. First, let's just look at Ramsey at max chem. The pick specialist chem boosts his speed up to 99, his play rec goes up to 99, and his catching goes up to 86. I added some extra stats for you that aren't normally on the back of the card because I thought you might like to see some of these extra stats, especially the hit power, which you can see is at 99 with the +2 from big hitter chemistry. Don't you just love a player that you can count on to knock the snot out of someone? So now let's compare him to some other corners. First up is Josh Norman. In my opinion, Norman has the best stats of any corner in Madden 17, and if I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments below. I've been a bit preoccupied lately with getting this channel started, and I can admit that I haven't been keeping up with all the new players as much as I usually do. So out of the gate, you can see that Ramsey has Norman beat on speed. They're neck and neck on acceleration and agility. Norman's got a slight edge on coverages, that being man, zone, and press coverage. They both have a 99 play rec, and Norman has a +3 on catching. But it's these next 5 of 6 stats here that really make Ramsey shine. He's much better at tackling and shedding blocks, but with 99 hit power, you can really drop the boomstick and expect to get a lot of fumbles with this new Jalen Ramsey card. 99 jumping is nice, and his catch in traffic, and spec catch, while not as good as Norman's, are still pretty good for this position. Both cards are going to be great on any defense, and while I tend to favor Norman here, I think it's definitely arguable considering those last 5 stats. So up next is Deion Sanders. Keep in mind this is the Ultimate Master version, and that the Ultimate Ticket is probably +1 on most of these stats. Also, this is the only card in this comparison that's not chemmed up, so I've highlighted the stats that would get a +1 if the out of position prime time was paired with this card. It's a really good card with amazing stats in the catching department, but I've added these extra highlights to show where the weaknesses of this card do lie. But it's still a really good card in my opinion. Either way, as you can see, Jalen Ramsey is holding his own so far against some really good corners. Next up is my favorite cornerback in real life and one of my favorite overall football players in general, Patrick Peterson of the Arizona Cardinals. This card will remain in my starting lineup even though the stats might not appear quite as good as what EA gave to this Ramsey card. And do I agree with this disparagement? No. Not trying to take anything away from Ramsey, but Pat Pete should have a card that's 101 overall. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, the stats still aren't shabby, but I think Ramsey gets the nod in terms of the pure numbers here. So next up is Night Train Lane. This is the Easter version, and with so many corners in my binder, I guess I won't even bother to upgrade this to the Ultimate Ticket version like I originally planned to do. But it's the hit power that drew me to this card, and it does play really well in the game. So pairing this card up with Jalen Ramsey seems like a reasonable thing to do. You could even take it a step further and add Brian Dawkins at free safety, and either Cam Chancellor, Landon Collins, or Bob Sanders at strong safety, and your secondary is really going to lay some wood. Add some bruising linebackers and just hope the Madden 17 AI can allow you to recover at least a few of those fumbles. And if you know what I'm talking about, that is something that the Frostbite engine is supposed to improve for us in Madden 18. Thank goodness. For this comparison though, I'm giving the nod to Ramsey. Okay, so next up is another one of my favorite players. Yes, you might be sensing a theme here. I'm an Arizona Cardinals fan. Well, for one, I live right across the street from the stadium, and yes, that's true. And two, I've been a true fan before they had a nice stadium. When we were sitting out in the Arizona heat at Sun Devil Stadium, yeah, if you didn't know, the Cardinals used to play outdoors in a college stadium for years, and I was there sweating it out. Every game was like an away game because the seats were filled with opponents' jerseys every game. It was a very sad time for Cardinals fans. There were highlights from that time though, like drafting Adrian Wilson, Anquan Bolden, and Larry Fitzgerald. Adrian Wilson, by the way, really needs to be in Madden 18. And you're probably wondering what this all has to do with Jalen Ramsey. So this Tyrann Mathieu card is the only one in this comparison that is only a 97 overall card. It is boosted to 99 overall with the Arizona and Lockdown chemistries maxed. But as you can see, this card does still have some pretty decent stats, and it plays really well in game too. But a 97 overall for the Honey Badger? Come on, man, that's not right. This is Tyrann Mathieu we're talking about here. And I've already complained about the injustice to Fitz only getting a 97 overall in my last video. But now I guess I've said it again. So there! Shame on you, EA! So with only 3 weeks left in Madden 18, I guess I don't have to worry about having all these corners in my lineup. I haven't even cashed in all my Blockbuster badges yet. I've really been more focused on getting better at making videos for you guys as Madden 18 approaches. My biggest weakness right now is efficiency. I'm still super slow at the process, and I've got to get faster at making the videos so that I can deliver you content in a much more timely fashion. That's totally on me, but it's what I think I need to work on the most to get up to the standards that I've set for myself. If you have any suggestions or comments, I'd love to hear them. After all, I'm making these videos for you, so your feedback really is important to me. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to help support this channel, you can help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers by hitting the red button down there in the corner. If you've already subscribed, I'd like to thank you, and if you'd like to further help the channel grow, you can do so by sharing this and other videos on any social media that you're on. Also, consider following me on Twitter and the other social media that I'm on. There are links to each of those in the description below. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. This is Mondo saying, be happy give someone a hug, and always be sure to put God first. Until next time, peace.